sold. My mom said she did it to pay off my sister's $214,000 debt. That day, something inside me broke. But instead of screaming, I smiled, because I already knew exactly how to take everything back and make them regret ever betraying me. My name's Ryan Cole, 32 years old. I bought my first home 3 years ago after working almost a decade in engineering. It wasn't a mansion, just a cozy 2-story place with a big porch and a view of the woods. My dream home. I'd worked 70-hour weeks, skipped vacations, and saved every bonus for that house. It was my reward, my peace. Last summer, I finally decided to take a vacation, a 2-week hiking trip through Canada. No phone service, no work emails, just silence. Before leaving, I gave my mom the spare keys, just in case of emergencies. I had no idea that emergency would be me losing everything. When I returned, I noticed something was off before I even turned into my street. My neighbor, old Mr. Benson, was standing at his fence looking uncomfortable. "Ryan," he said slowly, "I thought you'd moved out already." "Moved out?" I laughed nervously. "What do you mean?" Then I looked past him. My house! My house was gone. The driveway was empty, the blinds were gone, even the porch lights had been removed. A sold sign was staked in the lawn. At first, I thought it was a mistake, maybe a mix-up with another property. But then I saw it. My mom's SUV parked in the driveway and her stepping out like nothing was wrong. "Ryan, you're back early," she said, smiling nervously. "Mom, where's my house?" She sighed like it was something minor. "Sweetheart, your sister was in serious trouble. She owed over $200,000 to the bank. They were going to take her kid's school fund and everything. We had no choice." "No choice?" My voice cracked. "You sold my home? Without asking me?" She crossed her arms. "You weren't using it. You were on vacation, and family comes first. You'll understand one day." That's when I realized she didn't feel guilty, not even a little. I called the county records office, a lawyer, even the real estate agent. Everything was legal. You see, when I bought the house, I'd added my mom as a co-signer to help with my first mortgage approval. I had since refinanced and paid her off, but I never took her name off the deed. That small oversight gave her full selling rights. The papers were signed, the sale closed, and the money was gone, transferred directly to cover my sister's debts. I confronted my sister Lena, who just said, "I didn't ask for it, Ryan. Mom just did what she had to." No apology, no remorse, just entitlement. That night, I sat in my car outside a cheap motel, staring at the keys that no longer meant anything. And then something inside me clicked. I wasn't going to fight them in anger. I was going to win, quietly. I'm not a violent man, but I'm an engineer. I understand systems, and my family had just built a system of lies I could dismantle piece by piece. My mom had used my equity, over $300,000 in value, to pay off my sister's debt, but she'd done it through her personal account, which meant one thing: tax records and banking trails. I met with a financial lawyer and explained everything. He didn't even blink. He said, "She committed financial misuse of joint property without your consent. You can't get the house back, but you can get the money." And that's when the revenge began. Step 1. Let them relax. For 3 months, I said nothing. I even visited on weekends, smiling and pretending to forgive them. My mom thought I was healing. My sister bragged about her new car and stress-free life. Step 2. File quietly. I had my lawyer prepare a civil claim for financial fraud, emotional damages, and theft of assets. My mother was served at her doorstep on Christmas morning. She called me crying. "Ryan, you can't do this. We're family." I calmly replied, "You sold my family when you sold my home." Step 3. Expose the truth. My sister's debt wasn't just from the bank. It was from gambling. My lawyer uncovered her records and presented them in court. When the judge saw that the house money had been used to pay illegal debts, it shifted the case entirely. The verdict? I won. My mom lost her savings. My sister's accounts were frozen. The bank reclaimed her car, and the judge ordered the buyer of my home to pay me $280,000 in compensation, since the sale was based on fraudulent representation. 1 year later, I bought a new house. Bigger, better, all in my name. My mom and sister, they don't speak to me anymore, except when my sister once messaged, "You ruined the family." I didn't reply, because in truth, the family was already ruined the moment they sold my home like it was a pawn ticket. Now, every time I sit on my porch, coffee in hand, silence all around, I remember that day I came home to nothing, and I smile, because I built everything back without them. Sometimes revenge isn't about shouting. It's about letting people choke on their own greed. They took my home to save my sister's debts, but in the end, they lost everything. I just walked away with peace and a better view.